So I did a review for each individual movie, Kill Bill Volume 1, Kill Bill Volume 2, and it's time for the complete series review for this. And there's only 2 movies, but because I feel like it should be one movie, which actually come to find out it is one movie, it works perfectly well. So on this episode we break down a series review, we're just going to just talk about Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2 as a complete series review. What's up world, welcome to another episode we break down. I'm your host, Ali Zakka. What's up world, welcome to another episode we break down series review. I'm your host, Ali Zakka. What's movie breakdown series? Movie series, look at TV shows, anime, movies, give each individual movie a grade, 8 through up, plus minus do count, and then give an overall compilation grade as well. And I also have a Patreon/Ali Zakka, and for $2 a month you get to jump in front of everybody and you can go wherever you want to review. You just ask for it on the Patreon, I get to immediately because you're paying for my services. Also, you get trade reviews and much more stuff on the Patreon. But if you don't want to pay for my Patreon, that's fine too. Because, hey, you can put the comment and review down in the comment section down there, and I get to it as best I can. Also, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for following, subscribing. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Now, let's go ahead and get into today's compilation review of Kill Bill series. And what is the Kill Bill series about? It's about a woman who is getting revenge on people who try to kill her and take her out and take her life away from her. She's pretty much going back on a hit list and starting from each individual person to get to the boss, who is Bill. And that's pretty much Kill Bill in a nutshell. That's pretty much it. The movies came out in 2003, 2004. Got a lot of iconic music in here by RZA and a lot of iconic soundtracks and tones. And good martial arts effects. These are things that I liked. Good martial arts effects, practical effects. It's really fleshed out as a compilation between the 2 movies. A good story, like it tells you from beginning to end. I think it's a solid series. Like you'll watch this and not be like, you'll be like, okay, I was entertained. It flowed, it moved. The only thing that I ever had an issue with was that the first movie more of a fast-paced movie and it moved a lot quicker, and the things that happen, you're like, holy crap, they're fighting in a house and fighting into a giant restaurant and doing all these things and flips and breaking tables and jumping over stuff and crashing into stuff. Into the second one, which is a more slower paced movie where you don't get the high action that you got in the first movie. You get more of a slow, well thought out, methodical backstory and telling of what happened to Kiddo and how she became, the assassin and why she's on this revenge tour. Like you get more of that fleshed out, so more exposition, more talking, and more backstory. Versus the other one was like, you got the exposition, but immediately it's like, hey, we need to get this dude killed. We need to go take out Lucy Liu's character, and also need to take out Vivica A. Fox's character. Like, it's much more of a faster paced movie than the first one, and the second was more of a slow paced backstory, how she learned certain techniques, how she got out of certain situations, and for the most part, all of it works. It works as a whole. Individually, you can give and take. Like, I love the first one more than I like the second one, but I thought both movies are good, solid B and B minus movies. But overall, as a complete story, I think this series a B plus is not an A minus. Like, it is very, very solid, and it works. The characters work. It's a very small cast, so you get backstories on certain characters. Things I didn't like was a different styling at certain times. Like, Quentin Tarantino really wanted to give like the anime storyline background, and he wanted to do the whole like old school martial arts background, and he gave the backstories on it in different styles and different techniques, versus kind of like being a one consistent movie. I think it probably would have been better, but give Quentin Tarantino props for doing multiple stuff. As far as standouts, I think Uma Thurman was great as the as the bride, as Kiddo, who want to go back on her to get her life back and kind of just take out everybody who ruined her life. I thought she works perfect as like She wasn't even stoic. She was just a regular person who was like, heck, y'all killed me, I'm gonna kill y'all. Plain and simple. Thought she did great, and she portrayed that character well. I thought she did a good job being Kiddo, and it worked. We have David I always miss his name, David Carradine, who played Bill. I thought he was a good antagonist. I thought he was kind of a big boss guy who really kind of like laid out everything, really was trying to figure out what's going on, how to stop her, and seeing if people can stop her, but they can't, and she's making their way through the list before they get to him, and then he kind of like pulled the big boss move, had the, monologue background, and gives all this stuff to Kiddo, and kind of find out the kid is actually theirs, which didn't make sense to me. I felt like that was just a toss in, like, oh, let's make this so she just doesn't kill him, make the kid hers. Lucy Liu, who played Oren's Ishii, thought Lucy Liu was great. Thought she was solid. Thought she was a good villain for the first movie. Kind of like built up her having the crazy 88s and all these people around her, and Lucy Liu had to go through these people to order fight Oren. And a little backstory on her, on that character, I thought was solid. Vivica A. Fox, you really don't get much of her backstory. It kind of would start off like she's a good beginning warm-up scene. Michael Madsen, who played Bud. He's probably the weakest of the Snakes assassins. Like, yeah, he was just there. Kind of felt like he could have taken him out of the story, and I feel like it wouldn't really affect much of anything. Like, it was just a hit list for her to take out, and it ended up getting, Ellie Driver's character, or Ellie Driver is the character, Daryl Hannah character, Ellie Driver to appear, but really, for the most part, he was just there. Like, you could take him out of the movie. I don't think you'll miss much of Bud character besides just being one of the people she was going after, and just kind of adding more story to it, and reminding that, I guess, reminded Kiddo that she knows the quick punch thing and the 5-finger death punch. But that's about it. As far as character goes in this movie, like I said, the music was cool. The practical effects was awesome. It's cool. It seemed like a modern day Kung Fu flick, in the early 2000s. I know we had Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon that came out probably not too much longer before this, and The Matrix, but it was kind of cool seeing one of these movies and seeing Quentin Tarantino's version of it. Yes, it's bloody. Yes, it's over the top. Yes, because it's a Quentin Tarantino movie, but it's solid. It's a solid film series. So if you want to kick back and I want to watch a good consecutive movie, 1 and 2, Kill Bill 1 and 2 is one of those movies. They work really, really well. And I think as a story, it does give and deliver a great story. Is this a Friday night movie series? Yeah, you can watch a movie on a Friday night. 1 and 2. You're gonna spend like a movie night. This would be the one of the series to watch. It is rated R, so you don't really want to watch your kids. And grade time. I'm gonna grade Kill Bill 1 and 2 as a complete series. I'm gonna give it an A-. This series get an A- for me. The reason why, because it is a consecutive, well thought out, fluid movie. Now, I know it was supposed to be one movie and they made it into 2 because of so much content, but it worked really, really well. Like, this would be like watching the Zack Snyder Justice League, that 4-hour movie, and when it flows well, you're like, man, it's actually worked. This movie is the same, and it really does work. Pretty much Kill Bill 1 and 2 is legit a good movie. Now, I had a friend tell me, watch Kill Bill Volume 2 first, then watch Volume 1, and I keep thinking like I guess Volume 1 would be the flashback on what happened and how she came back to, versus Volume 2 being the opening, because you could watch them reverse. Like, each movie has a beginning, middle, and end. Like, it doesn't just pick off like she is going to find Bill, and each movie gives the second one does give a backstory on what happened at the wedding. So you could watch number 2 and be like, okay, I see how it flows, and then watch number 1 and be like, that's what happened with the Crazy 88. So number 1 could be like a backstory, even though number 1 is a flashback. It could be like a flashback, and I guess that would mean that she killed Vivica A. Fox character at the end of number 1. At the end of the series, you watch it backwards versus the beginning of the series, or I guess the middle of the series. So I know, I give it an A minus. This is an A minus as a complete series, like, because it tells a complete story. Even though each movie has certain things, I gave like number 1 a B and number 2 a B minus. I think combined together, this is an A minus series. And if the movie was all together in one movie, I think I would have gave it an A minus, not B plus. But I'm gonna give it benefit of the doubt because it's my review, an A minus. If you guys seen Kill Bill series, what did you think? Please put in the comment section below. Other than that, see you guys next episode, movie breakdown, series review, and keep being awesome. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. I really appreciate that. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. If there's a review you want me to watch or do, let me know. Please put it in the comment section below this video. Also, you want to watch the last episode movie breakdowns, it's right there. Just gotta click on it and you'll be able to watch it. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Love y'all, and keep being awesome.